by Sri Lankan Navy. They were brought to Gale. They've now been admitted to Karapitya Teaching Hospital, according to sources. Now, viewers, the vessel had reported distress about 40 nautical miles off the coast. Earlier today, it prompted the Sri Lankan Navy to launch a rescue operation, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Vijita Herath, has now told the Parliament that about 180 individuals were on board the Iranian Navy vessel when it encountered the threat. And now, in fact, it's been reported that this was a distress call made by an Iranian warship, and Sri Lanka responded to that distress call. And this as Rakshita, you know, more and more developments now coming in, and here Sri Lanka...
101 people are missing, Ishita. 101 people still missing and 78 wounded, including 32 of them are very seriously, very grievously injured. That's what we are getting to know. And the IRIS Dena is the Mojtaba-class frigate, which was returning to Iran after participating in the Milan exercise that was held in India. They were hosted by India, the Milan 2026. That was a multinational naval exercise in Visakhapatnam. And while it was on its way, the submarine, in fact, hit this frigate. In fact, this is the file footage, so this is not the latest footage of this frigate, but yes, it had participated in this naval exercise, this international maritime exercise that India had hosted, and at least 30 of them have been rescued, what we know, and we have 32 have been rescued. And Deputy Executive Editor Shravan Sen joins us from the newsroom. Shravan, tell us more details about this ship and the Iranians that have been rescued.
Well, in fact, this is quite serious because it's in our backyard that this has actually happened. We're talking about IRIS Dena, which is a frigate that is operated by the Iranian Navy. In fact, it was returning after participating in the Milan exercise, an exercise that was hosted by India, as you pointed out rightly. In fact, let me just quickly take you through some more developments, and perhaps we can update, because this is the latest coming in from Sri Lanka. 148, it's not 101, but 148 people are still missing. These are the sailors on board. The Iranian warship IRIS Dena was attacked by a US submarine. Now, that's what is coming in from local reports, that IRIS Dena was hit by a US submarine and it ran aground off the southern coast of Sri Lanka. 148 of the approximately 180 people were basically on board the Iranian warship, and they have basically been reported missing due to the attack that has been carried out by US submarine. About 32 people have been rescued by the Sri Lankan Navy with injuries that have been reported. The Sri Lankan Navy as well as Air Force have been engaged in the rescue operations that have been carried out. Now, Rakshita, this is undoubtedly a significant escalation, because the CENTCOM earlier today had basically confirmed that 17 Iranian ships have been targeted. Now we are talking about a ship which is in our backyard, which is off the Sri Lankan coast, that has been attacked by a US submarine. Now remember, as far as the US submarine attack is concerned, these are now claims that are being made. We are yet to get any official confirmation coming in from the CENTCOM as far as whether at all this was an attack that was carried out by United States of America or not. There are local reports coming in, and there are news agencies, international news agencies, who are now reporting by way of sources within the Ministry of Defense in Sri Lanka that this was an attack that was carried out by United States of America. It's a submarine attack. In fact, it is 20 nautical miles off Gale where this attack has actually taken place. Important to point out here that this is an Iranian ship which participated in the International Fleet Review and thereafter also Milan exercise. In fact, this was also the same time when US warships were also here in India during the exercise that was basically carried out. Now, it does seem with this particular attack that it is now spreading. The war is basically spreading to other parts also now. And the United States of America essentially now trying to target Iranian ships which are basically off the coast of Iran at this stage. So it seems that the target is very clear, that all assets of Iran are to be targeted as far as this joint operation of Israel and America is concerned. But it is undoubtedly quite worrisome given the fact that this is no longer being limited to Middle East, but now we are looking at a situation which is just off our backyard where this attack has actually taken place.
Right, Shravan, it seems that the theatre of war here is widening. The latest action now been reported in India's backyard. There was an Iranian warship, in fact, we're given to understand, which was attacked by a US submarine. And now Sri Lanka also responding to the distress call. Mr. Malo is also with us. Please continue to stay with us on broadcast. We're getting some reports. Viewers, now Iran's Assembly of Experts is under pressure to elect Ali Khamenei's son Mojtaba Khamanei as the next supreme leader. Rakshita, this comes after Iran's former supreme leader was killed.
Yes, in fact, they are trying to be as fast as possible in the appointment, and the official announcement from the Assembly of the Experts is expected in a short while from now. Here's more about Mojtaba Ali Khamenei.
Mojtaba Khamanei, son of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has declared himself as Iran's new supreme leader following the death of his father. This comes as the US and Israel strikes against Iran have turned West Asia into a war zone. Iran's counterattacks have intensified in the region with several US military bases targeted. Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz and halted the transit of ships in the region. France, UK and Greece have joined the war by sending choppers, drones and anti-missile systems. The death of Ayatollah Khamenei has thrown a leadership vacuum. Filling the vacuum, Mojtaba has now declared himself as the new supreme leader. Despite his lack of political experience, he wields strong influence over the IRGC. Mojtaba was first believed to have been killed among the top 40 Iranian leaders during the Saturday strike, but he survived and is now ready to lead Iran. He now takes charge of a country that has strongly vowed to avenge his father.
All right, viewers, our guest, Mr. Malo, continues to stay with us on this broadcast as we cover all the live developments coming to light from West Asia. Mr. Malo, it seems the theatre of war is now widening. We've seen a recent attack on Iranian warship in India's backyard. It was a submarine attack by the US. How do you see this then going?
Donald Trump said yesterday that at least 4 of the Iranian Navy ships had been taken out.